Good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas day 18. We are back in our somewhat regular setup, which I'm actually excited about. I have my tea in a really cute mug that says melanated and bright because I am melanated and bright. And so are you probably, depending on who you are watching this. So first I want to start off with, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to at least 300 subscribers by the time Vlogmas is over, and I think I'm at like 250 something, so I think we can do it. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The tea that I'm drinking today, I'm super excited about because I forgot that we had it, and it's a stash tea, and it is the, doesn't have it on here, but it's the orange ginger something. I'll be sure to link it in the underneath bar later on tonight when I go to upload this, because this tea is super good and I totally forgot that we had it. But I'm super excited to be drinking it right now. So a few things that I wanted to talk about before I get my day started. First, I'm creating a Patreon. The reason that I'm doing that is because I know that there are some people that want to have a little bit more access to me, people that like the book club, but they want more of a tight-knit community sort of thing. So I am going to set that up and start it for January. So here I am giving myself 2 weeks to do this, but we've got this. So what the Patreon will include, it'll be a different book from whatever Shelby and the book club is doing. So the Patreon group will have a completely different book. So you have the option of, if you want to read more, you will be able to have 2 book picks from me. So one of whatever we're reading on Shelby and the book club, and then whatever the Shelby and the book club Patreon group is reading. There will be book giveaways. You guys will have a more behind the scenes access to me and how I do things for the book club. You guys will see what goes into the book buddy boxes. You guys will maybe get to help me choose what books we read for the upcoming months. Any Shelby and the book club merch that's coming out, you guys will have access to it first. So on and so forth, like that. So I'm super excited about this. It'll be a way for people to support me in the book club and just have more access to me. And we will have, I will try to do, well, not try, for the Patreon group, a lot of people have been wanting Zoom discussions. So I will add that as a part of the Zoom discussions, as a part of the Patreon thing, like a monthly Zoom discussion. There will be the community chat, so you guys can talk amongst yourselves, and you know, you guys will be able to message me one-on-one if you guys want to talk about the book, don't understand something, so on and so forth. So I think that's going to be super exciting, and it'll give a lot of people a little bit more access to me, and a different feel for, you know, the book club stuff that not everybody necessarily gets from what I do on Instagram. Okay, cool. 2, I know I mentioned those 2 quotes from this book yesterday, and I didn't tell you guys what this book was about, or anything like that. I just was throwing quotes out at you. So it is at age 19, Natasha Trethewey had her world turned upside down when her former stepfather shot and killed her mother. Grieving and still new to adulthood, Natasha confronted the twin pulls of life and death in the aftermath of unimaginable trauma, and now investigates the way this experience lastingly shaped the artist she became. So one of the quotes let me see if I can find it again. Was I need now to make sense of our history, to understand the tragic course upon which my mother's life was set and the way my own life has been shaped by that legacy. So why that touched me so much is because a lot of people look at the relationship that I have with my mother and they're like, oh my gosh, how did you and your mother get that relationship, right? And it's because I started to see my mother as a woman, not just my mother. My mother had a life way before I existed, and she will have one way after I exist, right? I have only known my mother all of my life. But what I also started to understand is that the things that she's experienced, right, shape the way that she raises me. It shapes the way that she does things with me, whether those things be good experiences or whether they be trauma that she experiences. They shape the relationship that she and I have. So when I look at her as a woman that is just trying to figure out life the same way the rest of us are, it changed the way that I dealt with my mother. And it changed the way that I approached the relationship that I have with her. And I also know that the life that I live and the traumas that I've experienced will shape the women that I go on to raise, and so on and so forth. It goes so much farther back to my grandmother and my great grandmother, and the women in my legacy, my ancestors that I can't even name, all of the things that they have gone through have somehow, some way shaped the woman that I am today. And if I don't take time to learn about my legacy and to learn about the things that make my mother tick, how am I supposed to grow and develop and maybe bypass some of that trauma, or just understand the things that are just ingrained in me that I just know just because, you know? So it touched me because I very much live my life that way. The other one was the young woman I'd become walking out of that apartment hours later was not the same one who went into it. Let's pause there. In this case, she's talking about trauma, and having to clean her mother's apartment after her mother was killed. And I don't think enough of us take the time to acknowledge the way that things change us, right? Because it is so, you are not the same person that you were yesterday. You are not the same person you were the day before that. And that is important to acknowledge. But I think in times of trauma, we so much try to hold on to what we were instead of trying to adapt to who we are now. This thing has changed me. How do I change to move forward? Like, how do I adjust to this change that has happened to me that I can't necessarily control, right? This bad thing has happened. I can't control that it's happened, but how do I adjust to the circumstances that I have now instead of trying to chase the past? Does that make sense? And then it says, it's as if she's still there, that girl I was, behind the closed door, locked in the footage where it ends. Often I have seen that doorway in my dreams. Only now is it a threshold I can cross. Sometimes it's going to take you a long time to go back and to find that person that you were and tell her that it is okay, but that you have adjusted now to the things that are around you and to things that have happened, and that it's hard to cross that threshold and to look at who you were because you're afraid that you can't get back there, when really you just need to pull her along with you and say, girl, we changing. This was hard. And it's probably going to be hard for a long time, but we got to come on and we got to go with the changes that are happening to us. Does that make sense? So that's why I was once that girl that was, I very distinctly remember cleaning my grandmother's apartment out after she died. And I think it's one of the only things that I remember from that time, because I remember, I very distinctly remember when we got the phone call that she was dying and that we needed to go to the house to get there. I remember that. I remember holding her hand and I got to say goodbye. And then I was standing on the porch and it was like my pop-up had materialized. I kid you not. It was like I was standing there with my aunt and she was rubbing my back, and I kind of was just like trying to figure it out in my mind, like trying to piece it together. And then my pop-up just materialized and he was there. But then I remember us having to go and like finding different things in her apartment, old luggage and like all of that kind of stuff. I remember that, but I also remember feeling like a piece of me was there now. And I spent a lot of time not worrying about myself. Like I had left whatever bit of grief I thought I had or whatever those feelings were in that apartment. And my focus was my mother, because my mother had just lost her mother. But then literally years later, I broke. And I had to find that girl in that apartment. I had to apologize to her because I did not take time for her. And our life had changed so much so. And I was trying to hide it. I was trying to like bury it because the focus was not me. When really my focus should have been trying to figure out how my life was going to go on without one of my grandmother was my best friend. Like, that was my homie. I told her everything. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. She was my person. So I had to like go find myself. I had to go find that girl. I had to cross that threshold and face a version of myself that I was so busy trying to hide, right? Because Shelby, don't cry. I'm not hurt. It's okay. People die. It's all right. And try to like tell her like, it's okay. We have feelings. We need to adjust to this change that is now our life, and we can't just lock our feelings behind closed doors. We have to adjust to the change. So I'm really, really enjoying this so far. I plan to do some more reading today, tonight. But now I need to get some work done. Excuse me. I need to work on Patreon stuff. I need to work on, what else do I need to work on? I need to create some stuff for, I wanted to post different things for Kwanzaa every day. So I need to create those things on Canva. I actually have like a busy day ahead of myself. So I will see you guys soon. I don't really plan on leaving the house today. So this might be the only view that y'all get today. So I will see you guys later. I will let you know how reading goes, and yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, other thing, I don't know if I mentioned it. So I showed y'all how I had to go through surgery to open these book darts. Well, baby, I will never buy these things again because I don't like them. They're like little paper clips to kind of go on your pages, and the good part about them is it serves as like a bookmark, and you can kind of pinpoint exactly where you were reading, or you can keep them in your book to kind of highlight quotes, passages, or whatever that you really liked. I would just stick to highlighters and regular bookmarks because, one, the nonsense that I went through opening that tin was uncalled for. But they're so little. Like, I feel like they should be like a tad bit heavier. I don't know. I don't know that I like them. I don't know that I like them. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, I will see y'all a little bit later after I get a whole bunch of work done. Okay? Okay. I'm about to do something that I have not done on this channel in some years. Can you guess what that is? I'll give you a second to guess. I'm about to do my makeup. So the reason that I'm doing my makeup here with you guys is because I did it. I created the Patreon. I launched it. The link will be down below. And I'm going to create a welcome video to post and talk about book options for that, which I'm not going to show you guys. You have to join the Patreon if you want to know what the book options are. So I'm going to show you products. I'll be sure to link them down below. I'm not really going to talk about technique while I'm doing this, but I will show you product. I will do that. I'll be nice. So the first product that I'm using is a primer. This is the Milk Hydro Primer. I've only used this once before, but when I used it before, I really liked it. I got it because I heard really good things about it, and everything that I heard about it was actual factual. So I'm just gonna rub that in. So Patreon, what am I going to be doing on the Patreon? So it is going to be like an extension of the book club. I'm calling it like the Shelby in the book club VIP section. So you'll have a little bit more access to me. People have been asking for Zoom sessions. So if you're a part of the Patreon group, I will be doing, you know, virtual meetups on Zoom so that you guys can see me and we can kind of like interact for an hour. And we'll have a Patreon only book club where it'll be a book that I let my Patreon group pick out. I'll give you guys some options and we'll put up a poll and vote on it. I'll show you this foundation in a second. Bear with me, bear with me. So this is the, let me make sure I get the name right. It is the new NARS foundation, the soft matte complete foundation. This is I've used this a few times over the last few months and I absolutely love it. I use 2 different shades. I will put the 2 shades that I use either on the screen or in the underneath the bar. Back to Patreon. So yeah, it'll just be a way for people to support the book club and have that one-on-one access that they want to me, that you may not get from the book club on IG, because you know we do the IG live, but sometimes people have to catch the replay is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Sometimes people have to catch the replay. And I think people just want the, you know, group-like setting that you would get if it was a in-person book club. You will also, if you join, get early access to the book club's pick on IG. So I will be announcing that on the Patreon page early. You guys will get to see what's in the book buddy box. I'll be announcing like my TBRs on there earlier than I will like here on Instagram. I mean here on the tube and stuff like that. So long story short, it'll be early access to things for my concealer, I'm using 3 different concealers. The Too Faced Born This Way in 2 different shades, which I'll put down below. And the Fenty, what is this called? Oh, Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 420. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really nervous. Honestly, if only 10 people join, I'd be excited. But I feel like people can be a little bit intimidated about joining a Instagram only book club. And they need the, you know, a little bit extra. And I can give you the little bit extra on Patreon. So come and join me, boo. So, do y'all want to see makeup stuff on this channel? Like, are you guys liking the vlogs? I don't do my makeup super often anymore. Because we are in a panoramic. So I'm in the house. And I usually do it when I get on YouTube. The words that I'm trying to say are not, I usually do it when I'm doing like a live session, a book discussion is what I'm trying to say, on the Instagram, or something like that. So if you want to see like my different looks when I'm doing stuff like that, sure, I have no problem doing it, but let me know. Because what I did learn is that I don't know if I'm really about that beauty guru life, you know? Like, I'd much rather spend my money on books. As y'all can see, I'm not gonna put on eyeshadow today. To contour, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Espresso. Boop, 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 boop. I know what you're thinking, Shelby. Your under eye looking real light skinned, sis. Mind your business. I got this. But yeah, I'm really nervous about this Patreon thing. But what I have learned over time is that when you are doing the things that you were meant to do, hold on a second. Got to reach down and touch somebody's hand. Make this contour blend if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Just try. Take a little time out your busy day. Okay, singing break over. I was looking for the brush that I really wanted to use because I don't want to use the sponge. I don't know that if this is the homegirl that I want to use either. Yes, it is. Okay. What I've learned over the years is that being nervous is what you want to be when it's, you know, when you're starting new things, when you're, you know, starting new endeavors. Nerves is where you want to go. When you're not nervous, when you're not scared, you probably ain't got no business doing what it is you're trying to do. So I have faith. I know that this is going to turn out the way that I want it to turn out. And that it's going to be a good old fun time. And I mean, I'm not gonna say good thing about Patreon, but you know, people are putting their money into this, so it's really going to be eye-opening for me, you know, to see what the people are responding to and what they're not responding to, so on and so forth. So we shall see, but I'm excited. So I'm doing my makeup so that I can do a welcome video that'll be on the page and talk about the 2 book options. And excuse me, I can probably, I'll see how I feel. I could probably pre-record some other stuff too, to be honest. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the rest of my concealer. I just like a glowy face. Like, it is a thing. I like it. I like a glow from within. Type of look. And sometimes that comes because you blend your concealer. And you layer them to different colors and things like that. But you know, I ain't no makeup artist. I just do what works for me. We're gonna let this dry a little bit. Put a little bit of lip chap on. My mama is in there snapping. I wonder what she singing or not singing to. So yeah, we're just gonna let this dry down a little bit so that you get the full coverage out of your foundation. And then we're almost finished. Oh, I need to do my eyebrows too. I almost forgot. You know what? We're gonna let this under eye sit a little bit longer. Okay, glasses. We need glasses because that is what I'm looking for. You know, not being able to see is not fun. And a lot of times I've considered contacts before, but I'm gonna be honest, I just don't like them. This eyebrow pencil is the NYX Professional Makeup eyebrow powder pencil in the shade Espresso. Yeah, I just don't like contacts. Like, I am not a contact girl. And I mean, maybe one day I'll change my mind. I doubt it. The reason that I don't like hold on a second. I can't talk and do my eyebrows at the same time. The reason that I don't like contacts is because I had a bad experience when I was in high school. mom took me to the eye doctor and they fit me for some or whatever, but I have astigmatism in both of my eyes. And baby, them contacts felt like they put rocks in my eyes or something. Like, I was not with it. I did not like it. And I remember, I could tell you the first and the last time I wore contacts. It was my grandmother's funeral. We talked about her a lot today. A whole lot. But, yeah. Never again. It ain't gonna work. Oh, y'all can't even see what I'm doing because I got the mirror all in my face. My bad. I mean, these big old glasses, y'all ain't fixing to see my eyebrows anyway, but cannot do your eyebrows. That ain't okay. It's a couple of things that I feel like are non-negotiable in makeup, and your eyebrows are one of them. Like, you cannot do your eyebrows. And I also feel like I can't stand when I see girls do like a half of a face. Like, they be trying to do that like no makeup look. It's like, sis, we can tell that you have on all of the foundation that you have on. We can see that. So you might as well get you some concealer and conceal under them eyes. Get your life together, sister. We can tell. I'm very much an all or nothing girl. But I feel like if you want, like, you could do like eyebrows, some mascara, and a gloss and be okay. You just gotta know like what makeup to pair. Does that make sense? Doesn't? I think it does. Like, which products go together with a like no makeup look? And what makes you look like boo beautiful? For my powder, I'm going to use the Translucent Honey by Laura Mercier, which I have really been liking. Now, I am not a bake under your eyes kind of girl. So I kind of press the powder in the back of my hand just to get rid of some of it and just put it in the places where I've highlighted. If your under eye creases like mine does, you kind of want to look up so that you can press the powder into your creases where you need it the most so that your stuff stays where you want it to stay at. And it doesn't come up. All right, we are almost done. Almost finished. So now I am going to put on some bronzer and some mascara. The bronzer that I'm using is the Sephora brand matte bronzer in the shade Ibiza. I actually really like this bronzer. Just to bring some warmth to to my face. I think there is something about a like bronzer contour combination that is like undefeated to me. It just looks so good. So that's that. For mascara, I'm using the NARS Climax Extreme, and I'm using the Milk KUSH foundation. Mascara. I usually always double up on mascara. I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. It's funny how certain things trigger certain memories for you. So this putting on mascara makes me think of my sister. The last time she and I were together, we went out somewhere and she's like, oh, you do my makeup, like you're the makeup person. And I'm like, homegirl, I like doing my makeup. I don't like doing other people's makeup. That's not what I'm here for. And like I was trying to tell her how to put on mascara and she's like, just do it for me. And I'm like, sis, I will poke you in your eye. That is not my ministry. I really do not like doing other people's makeup, and I always get talked into it because people are like, oh, but you do such a good job. Yeah, I do such a good job on me. And like even the makeup that I do on myself, like all of this is self-taught. Like I'm not I did not go to school for this. I taught myself because I enjoy it, and because I had friends in college that were like girly girls, and one thing Shelby is not gonna do is I'm not gonna be left out. Like that's not an option. So I wanted to be down, and I worked in the makeup industry for a little while in a particular retail store, so I learned that way too. But yeah, I'm not a makeup artist at all. Don't plan to be one. None of that. See, I still get mascara on my bottom lash line. Who makeup I'm doing? Nobody's. I think I am going to put, I'm gonna take a, well, first I'm gonna spray my face. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Refresher and Setting Spray. Now I know what you're thinking. Shelby, didn't you say you were staying in the house? Why you just, yeah, I am staying in the house. I'm not going anywhere. This is just for a video. But I do want my makeup to stay. No matter if I'm going out or staying in the house or whatever. So I am going to take a fluffy brush and just add some dimension to my eyes really quickly. Just with a little bit of my bronzer and a little bit of the there we go. is what happens when you can't. What's right here on my face. Before I do that, I'm gonna do the first step to my lippy because it is a two-step process. So this is, I'm not gonna tell y'all because I don't even really support people supporting this brand, so the reason that my lip is going to be multiple steps is because even though that looks really cute, I'm kind of using this liquid lipstick as a liner instead of as a lippy. So we are going to take some of this bronzer on a fluffy brush, and we are just going to buff her into my crease. Just to, I'm cute, damn it. Cute. Okay, this is gonna be a long vlog, but after this I'm ending the vlog anyway, so I'll show you the shade in a second. Hold on. Face, what? Beat. So I used my bronzer and then I took a little bit of ginger from the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Now we are going to finish off my lip with the shade Boo from Morphe. So I like a hold on a second. Just had to pat my lips dry. I like a nude ombre look, so in order to lighten that brown up a little bit, we're going to add a little bit of that. And then we're going to add a little bit of raw chocolate by Maybelline, which is like my favorite. Perfect. So now I am all set. This is the end of the vlog. If you guys really want to see me do my makeup more on this channel, let me know and I will do that for you. thank you for watching this vlog. I know that it was long, but it was worth it. I know some of you guys do miss seeing me do my makeup. If no one has told you today, I love you, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.